Just 3 races remain in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series 2000 season as we head to the Phoenix International Raceway out in Avondale, Arizona for the Checker Auto Parts 500K, one of the big events in crowning a champion of the NASCAR Winston Cup Series as Keegan Thompson and Trey Barto fight to try and get close to each other in terms of the championship. Thompson comes in up over Barto by about 100 points. Barto trying to close in after his great performance out at the Lowe Raceway saw him claim victory for the 3rd time this season as a lot unfolded after that Lowe Raceway race, and we'll get to that just before the start of this Checker Auto Parts 500K. Phoenix, always an amazing racetrack to come to ever since we've been coming here. This season is going to be no exception as we're going to see a lot of good racing, and the front two in the championship both start inside the top 10, but Keegan Thompson starts in 5th, Trey Barto starts in 10th. Thompson has the upper hand in this matchup as they head to Phoenix. But the major storyline after the Lowe Raceway race was more in terms of another Hendrick driver, Brett Sierra. His terrible accident down the front stretch into turn number 1 where he got hit by Jay Brando on his roof has left him out for the remainder of the season, and leaving that seat open gives Tim Gary a shot for the number 25. Tim Gary will sub for Brett Sierra in the final 3 races of this 2000 season as Sierra looks to recover and get back full-time racing in the 2001 season. We hope Sierra can come back to the racetrack as soon as possible, and we hope to see him back for the 2001 Daytona 500. But what a great opportunity it is for Tim Gary to show his success in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Car has never raced. We'll see how he does. He starts 7th today for Hendrick Motorsports as all 3 of their cars start inside the top 8 today at Phoenix. Another major storyline was post-race inspection. For the first time this season, we had a post-race failure inside the top 3, and it was 2 of the top 3 positions. Mitchell Collins, who finished in 3rd for Team Penske, and Mathis Wells, who finished in 2nd for Joe Gibbs Racing, both failed post-race inspection. Both teams did appeal the penalties, but the appeals failed, meaning that both drivers got 0 points from the Lowe Raceway race, leaving them now down lower in points than where they left the Lowe Raceway race, and we'll see how they can recover after just some unfortunate luck, it seems like, after that one, as once again, this was the first failures of the season after a race, and it happened 2 in one race. Just shows how much these teams are pushing the limits, trying to get the most out of their cars as they can. It is a beautiful day here in Arizona. 81 degrees is the temperature. Clear skies, some clouds around, but mostly sunny skies. A little bit of wind northeast at 1 mile an hour. No chance of rain, obviously, out here in the desert. We are perfectly fine to go racing here in Phoenix. 3 cars did fail post-qualifying inspection here at Phoenix. Keyshawn Richardson was set to start in 4th, failed inspection. Lathan Strickland was set to start inside the top 15, and Sergio Gita from 26th also failed. They'll be start back 40th, 41st, and 42nd today at Phoenix. Some track facts: the Phoenix International Raceway is located in Avondale, Arizona, 1 mile in length. The banking here varies from corner to corner. Turns 1 and 2, 11 degrees of banking. Turns 3 and 4 has 9 degrees of banking. No banking on the straightaways here at Phoenix. Opened in the 1960s, and the first race here held not that long ago in 1988. We've seen some various winners over the years at Phoenix, but the past 5 years, 3 drivers have dominated the wins total. Derek Bouchard, Jeff Bright, Trey Barto, Derek Bouchard, and Trey Barto, the last 5 winners here at Phoenix. It's a 63-lap race, make it 63 miles, and the fuel window anywhere from about 37 to 42 laps. They can go on fuel here at Phoenix. That's well past the midpoint of this race, so expect to see some strategy as some drivers might try to stay out longer to try and trap people lap down because this is a shorter track here at Phoenix. With all of the major storylines out of the way, let's get down tracks and to fire the cars up for the Checker Auto Parts 500K at Phoenix.
Drivers, start your engines!
42 engines are rolling from Phoenix, ready to do battle in the Checker Auto Parts 500K. Just 3 races left in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series season. Look back to the man starting in 7th. That is Tim Gary, subbing for Brett Sierra, who was injured in a terrible crash at the Lowe Raceway. For Tim Gary, this is a major race. His first ever in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. subbing for dear Fred Bretts here, looking to try and do that 25 success like it has all season, and maybe a confidence booster going into his first race of his full-time career next season for ME2 Motorsports. Gary starts in 7th. And back in 11th, Mathis Wells failed inspection after Lowe's Motor Speedway race, looking to try and get some redemption here at Phoenix. He starts in 11th, obviously again after 0 points at Lowe's. He's looking to try and redeem himself here at Phoenix. Pace car in. Conrad Evans on pole. Spurgeon in 2nd. Jericho, Kukulon, and Thompson are the front 5. Nolan Lawrence for Oscar Motorsports starts in 6th. Green flag in the air. We're underway from Phoenix. Good jump for Evans. He gets away nicely. The battle's for 2nd. Spurgeon trying to keep it off Jericho. Tries to get 3rd from Kukulon. Spurgeon does keep 2nd. Now Jericho for 3rd on the inside of the 17. Barto looking to go to the middle of 3 wide with the 24 Zidell and the 20 at Mathis Wells. Trying to get his way to the bottom as quickly as possible. Some contact further back as Edwards and Chung and others were slamming doors into turn 1. They somehow kept it going straight. That was 3 wide off turn number 4, and it almost ended in disaster around the mid-pack. Chung up the racetrack, Hunter looking to shoot the middle. Here come the 2 Penske cars of Luke Rainey and Mitchell Collins on the inside. They race to turn 3. 3 wide still with Barto in the middle. Wells down low, Zidell up top. They all try to sort it as they work their way through 3 and 4 and off 4. See Kukulon washing wide. There's Barto trying to get clear of Caden Lynn as he's trying to also clear the 24 Zidell. Racing off to turn 1 again. He'll clear the 24, but the 4-2 stays to the inside. Currently a battle for 10th right there. Barto trying to keep it because he knows Thompson up in 4th will be gaining a lot of points if he continues to fall back. Gary goes for a spot on Kukulon as Spurgeon looks on Conrad Evans trying to make a move for the race lead. 3 cars get away. 4th place Thompson just lets some room in between those in front. Kukulon at the track goes into the wall. Nolan Lawrence goes for a spot right there. So Gary moves his way up to 5th, and now Nolan Lawrence for Hoscar Motorsports goes for 6th and will take it from Kukulon. And now the Forvia Pez for Morgan McClure Motorsports also on the inside. Barto able to clear the 42, get down line in 10th. Caden Lynn now 11th. The battle's for 12th. Zidell has it. Colin Teague wants it, but Zidell gets in line with an impressive move into turns 3 and 4. And Luke Rennie looks 3 wide on Jordan Stout and Eli Bright. Eli turning to the top side off turn number 4. Oh, we got in the wall. Oh, and back there around. They're going to go. Jacob Boyd gets spun around. They're 4 wide trying to miss the 21. They will miss him, but now they're making some contact entering turn 1. The yellow will come out here at Phoenix for a spin down the front stretch, and they're still trying to sort it. Oh, Corbett! It looks like Hernandez got pinched by the 66 and the 55. Corbett spins, not much contact made there. Laura Chung trying to get by the 66 as they're all trying to get by because they know the leaders are coming. There's the pace car. Conrad Evans with the lead back to the yellow flag. Spurgeon in 2nd, Jericho in 3rd. Barto actually loses 10th. He actually loses 11th as well. Zidell gets by him, so the 3 had a bad lap, and he'll fall down to 12th. Keegan Thompson in 4th. So as was mentioned, the fuel window here, after the midway point, 37, 42 laps or so. We're only about 5 laps in. I would doubt to see anyone on pit road at this point in the race, as it would really just be an extra pit stop. Maybe for towards the back of the field, need some adjustments on the car, you would come in now. Otherwise, you're at the front, you would not see many, if any, takers come down pit road. That's exactly what you're seeing with the front view. They will stay out on the racetrack. So Conrad Evans from pole leading here under the first yellow. Let's go what's happening to Jacob Boyd spinning off turn 4 down the front stretch. This could have been a whole lot bigger than what it was. As they come off turn number 4, Zachary DeLello getting up the racetrack in the 43. Going to impact the outside concrete. Jordan Edwards in the middle, trying to avoid him. Jacob Boyd doesn't see what's happening. Gasses up and just nails the 97, spinning around. Nathan Baird helps him around. Now they're 4 wide. Look at that, getting by the 21. 4 wide with the 11, the 1, and the others. And luckily for everyone behind this 21 car, that did not turn into some massive accident. Only really Jacob Boyd the one to get much damage from that, if any. I think the 21 should be fine to continue up with a nice pace as well. Another look as they come off 4. That contact with the wall, and around goes Jacob Boyd, and Nathan Baird really the only one to make contact with him, but everyone should be fine from that. The biggest contact was the 21 into the inside wall, and that was pretty minor contact for Jacob Boyd. So all 4-2 cars should be fine to continue on here in the Checker Auto Parts 500K. Well, the front 3 has been the same the whole race. Evans, Spurgeon, Jericho. Now they have a restart to deal with, and Keegan Thompson, the points leader, in 4th. How will this one go? Conrad Evans for Richard Childress Racing leads in the desert. Coming back to the green flag, it will be lap number 10 when we get the restart. Conrad Evans in the 31 leads this one over Riley Spurgeon and Chris Jericho. Mitch Corbett did take his car to the garage, so whatever the issue was, they probably saw something more than after the spin. Maybe something happened after the spin that caused the 66 to go out, but there was no damage on that 66 car, so it has to be some sort of other issue that they found internally in the car for the reason to be out of this race. 41 cars are left remaining on the racetrack. Last of them, Jimmy Stammer Jr. Jacob Boyd will restart in the 21 up in 25th as he crossed the line spinning. The yellow is out, so that's why he gets to keep that spot. So Conrad Evans from pole, he's led every lap. He leads for the restart. Riley Spurgeon from second is currently second. Chris Jericho from third is currently in third. Keegan Thompson, the points leader, is fourth, and Tim Gary's up to fifth. Nolan Lawrence up to sixth. How about Mathis Wilson seventh? Kukulon eighth. Yepez ninth. Caden Lynn 10th. Bardo second in points, all the way down in 12th place behind Zidell. Great launch for Conrad Evans. He gets away from Spurgeon back green, and here comes Jericho looking on that 28 as the 5 looks on the 18 for third. Keegan Thompson diving inside Jericho, saw the lane and took it. Side by side off turn number 2. Thompson on the inside. Jericho on the outside. Gary coming with his teammate on the inside. Off into 3 and 4. Keegan Thompson trying to clear Chris Jericho. Lawrence up the track from Mathis Wells. As Wells looks to the inside. Lawrence sliding off the corner. Thompson to third. Gary to fourth. Jericho all the way back to fifth. Now under fire from teammate Mathis Wells, as Wells will take away the top 5 spot. And not a good restart for Jericho. He's going to power off the top of turn 2 and able to keep that 5th spot for now. So still not a good restart though for Jericho, as he lost 2 spots in that ordeal. Nolan Lawrence also loses 2 spots down to 8th behind the 20 and the 17. Down in front of the 4 and the 4-2 though. There's Bardo currently in 12th, but now Thompson gained a spot in that restart up inside the top 3. So Keegan Thompson doing a nice job trying to distance himself again from Bardo and extend that points lead back out over the 3 as Bardo gained big time after the Lowe's Motor Speedway race. Front 6 or so are kind of spreading out. Kukulon going up the track from 7th, trying maybe a little bit of a different line. Lawrence in 8th just kind of watches on. Yepez in 9th, Lynn in 10th. They're all trying to find a way to get around this racetrack as quick as possible. There is a battle. Eli Bright was into the wall before the first yellow. Now he's balancing the inside. Jordan Stout for 14th, so that's 14th and 15th. And if you were to ask Eli Bright after practice, he would say, if I ran top 15, that would be a miracle. Well, here he is, battling up inside the top 15, as Eli had a disastrous practice session. Not good at all in that number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet, but here he is making the most of it. Those Penske cars also didn't look that great as well. Luke, Brittany, Mitchell Collins, but here they are battling nicely up inside the top 20 and going for top 15 spots. So not too bad for the 2 and the 12, especially considering Mitchell Collins, you know, failed inspection after the UAW GM Quality 500. I'm sure he'd love to kind of show the fans and everyone else in the garage that, hey, we don't cheat to get the good performances. We are fast on our own. That was just a fluke that we failed post-race inspection. Battle up here for third, battle for lead tightening up. The front 4 right together. I don't think Conrad Evans has the fastest car in this train of cars. I think he might be one of the slower ones, actually. I think Spurgeon definitely faster, but I think the fastest of them all might be the man in 4th, Tim Gary. He's right onto the back of Keegan Thompson, who's latched onto Spurgeon, who's latched onto Evans. At some point, someone is going to have to make a pass work right here as they work their way through 3 and 4. Still Spurgeon trying to look for a way to get by Conrad Evans, has not found the weakness yet. Look at him get loose off the corner, trying to take that to the inside of Evans, but now the 5 looks to the inside for a second. So Spurgeon, one mistake off turn number 4 will possibly cost him 2nd place in this race. Off 2, they're going to battle side by side down the dog leg. Battle back there for 9th. Yepez put to the outside by Caden Lynn. There goes Jericho inside of Tim Gary. That could cycle his way back up to 3rd if this all works out in the 18's favor. Yepez slides wide. Caden Lynn gets to 9th. Keegan Thompson will clear for a second. Spurgeon trying to get down in 3rd, but can't because the 18 of Chris Jericho's down to the inside. Side by side for P3, but Spurgeon using the outside off turn number 2, trying to complete the pass back on the 18. Jericho trying to just keep the nose down there. Can he do it? No. Spurgeon will slam the door shut, and Spurgeon keeps 3rd. Jericho in 4th, and now Wells goes for 5th on Tim Gary, who got put to the outside, is now fading back because of it. So Wells up to 5th. Gary now might lose a spot to Kukulon as Becker Bardo moves by the 4 of Yepez. Let's move Bardo up to 11th. Zidell up to 10th as the 4 now falls back to 12th, and maybe even more because here comes Colin Teague for that 12th spot. Teague fighting to the inside of Yepez as they work their way to turns 3 and 4. Battling hard off turn number 4 for Teague. You see Pez losing grip as he slides off the corner. Teague moves his way up to 12th, and now Eli Bright wants 13th off Yepez. Well, look at the Penske battle behind them. Luke Rennie to the outside, Collins to the inside as they'll battle. See back behind them, Jordan Edwards has pretty heavy left side damage because of where the 21 hit him, but he's still moving on nicely in that 97 car up behind that Penske battle. And Collins able to take the spot from teammate Luke Rennie. Eli Bright trying to take it from the 4 via Pez. Will do just that. Back up to the front, Keegan Thompson goes back in on Conrad Evans, who got away from the battle behind, but now as they get strung out again, Keegan Thompson gains right back on the 31. As a nice run entering turn 3, does he take it to the inside? So far, no such move, but he's peeking out in that 5 car, showing that he has the faster pace. Evans got to do some really, really good driving, because at this point in the race, his car is not as good as those around him. I'd say the 5 to 28 definitely a lot better. The 18 looks like he might be a little bit better as well. Wells and the others might be a little bit questionable if they're better or not. Barto wants that spot back from Keegan Thompson. Show the nose but doesn't do it. If one car slow, it's Baby Ruiz to the inside of the 9. So issues for the 9 of Baby Ruiz. He'll fall back to 4 first and will come to pit road with an apparent issue on the 9 car just on the edge of the fuel window, by the way. So if that's just maybe a flat tire or a loose wheel, they'd be right on the edge borderline of making it from here, with this being their only pit stop. Well, Keegan Thompson might start to get a little bit of aggressive with Conrad Evans. Obviously, Evans going to try and hold Keegan up as best as possible because his teammate Trey Barto is in the championship fight with the 5 of Thompson. So the more you can hold the 5 up, the more likely that the 5 could get past and then fall back to the 3 of Barto. But at the moment, Thompson can't find a way by that 31. So we have battle for 6th. Gary wants that spot back from Kukulan. Will fight to the inside and get by. So Gary back up to 6th. Kukulan now down in 7th and might lose his spot to Nolan Lawrence. Have a really good day for Oscar Motorsports. This driver and this team as a whole has really improved as of late. Nolan Lawrence had some really good performances in the last few races, and it's showing again in Phoenix. A top 8 run so far after qualifying inside the top 10. Really good stuff. You love to see those smaller teams do well. Caden Lynn for Team Sabco, putting his car up inside the top 10 currently. Have some powerhouses like Zidell and Barto. Eli Bright doing good for DEI. Yepez starting to fade a little bit for Morgan McClure Motorsports, but still inside the top 15 and 15th. Not too bad for Yepez at the moment. Obviously, with where he started, though, he'd love to be a lot higher, but sometimes you have to know your balances. Here's a battle for 8th. Caden Lynn wants 8th from Nolan Lawrence. The 42, definitely a faster pace car than the 26. A little bit more funding behind that Team Sabco organization. And it's shown right there, fighting to the inside of Lawrence. He gets that spot, gets to 8th. Lawrence now down to 9th. For Zidell trying to get inside Nolan Lawrence, who fights back to the outside of Caden Lynn. Trey Barto joins the fun. Zidell will move up to 9th through 3 and 4. Now Barto wants to try and move his way back up inside the top 10 here if he can do just that. He's fighting, looking, maybe gonna try and show the nose into turn 1 and maybe have Lawrence give him the spot down low, but that doesn't happen. Lawrence able to keep 10th off Barto for now. We're nearing the midway point of this race, and so far, no lead changes. Evans has led every lap so far for pole position. Looking to do it here at Phoenix, but Keegan Thompson, Riley Barto, I thought they had the faster cars, but so far, Thompson not able to get too much closer to Evans, as he's actually starting to lose just a little bit of ground to the 31. Remember, he was all over his back bumper a few laps ago. Now he's about half a car length off. This is Burley to Jericho and Wells, all trying maybe some different lines, trying to get runs off corners and make passes work here as they're all looking for ways to find some clean air and find a way to make the pass stick. See Thompson running a little bit higher off 4, along with Spurgeon trying to get a nice run off the corner to turn 1. Try and make a pass on Conrad Evans, who so far doing a good job holding the lead and is just a few laps away from leading the most laps in this race. We know pit stops are coming up soon, so does someone dare maybe try and undercut? If you're stuck in this train of cars, why not pit sooner? If you think you're faster, get in, get the tires, and then start running some really good laps, and who knows, you could cycle out a few seconds in the lead. So might we see one of these drivers, the front 6 are all here in this line, might one of these front 6 try an undercut strategy to try and extend a lead over the rest of the competition? We'll have to see. Back here, Barto's still trying to find a way around Nolan Lawrence, is starting to fade back to the 6 and the 8 car off the 12. They've gotten away from the battle back behind. Jordan Edwards moves up to 15th. Depez now down in 16th. Luke Rennie 17th. There's Ruiz on fresher tires. Was a couple laps down in that 9 car. Back in 41st. So obviously that grip is really helping that 9 car out. Barto right to the back of Lawrence, but can't find a way by the 26 for now. Staying right in behind Nolan Lawrence, who's 10th. Barto's currently in 11th. Thompson got closer that time through 1 and 2 to the 31, but couldn't make it work. See Spurgeon going off the track here in the 28. Jericho all over his back bumper. All these drivers currently inside the top 4. They all started inside the top 5. Mathis Wells, who's currently in the 5th position, started back in 11th. Doing a nice job coming through the field. As they all look for a way by this 31 of Evans, who's dominated the going so far here in the Checker Auto Parts 500K. And obviously, the longer you run, the worse the tires get, the harder it's going to be to make a pass like this. So, at the moment, we might not see a pass until, if we ever see one, it would probably be after pit stops. Just so hard to try and make that work. They're all trying to find ways to do it. See Zidell in the back bumper, Kid and Lynn. They're actually gaining on the front 7. So they've pulled away from the 26 and the 3 behind. Right here is Evans crossed the stripe. That's 32 laps completed. He's now led 32 of the 63 laps. He will get the most laps led bonus points. So big there for Cameron Evans, who's still in a fight for some positions in the championship, and going to do just that and maybe lock up a top 3 or so in points if he can finish far enough ahead of the 18 and the 24. Look at Jericho slide out right there through 3 and 4, showing that these drivers are still pushing really hard, trying to find a way to make the passes work, but they just can't find ways to do it. I would expect someone within the next 2 or 3 laps to be an undercut and short pit right here. I'd expect that. Look at Thompson looking out again on Evans. Spurgeon runs up the hill through 3 and 4, maybe looking for some more grip on the outside and trying to make it work. Thompson, a nice run off turn number 4. Looking out on Evans, showing the nose. He's there. Thompson to the inside for the lead on Conrad Evans through 1 and 2, but as we see through 1 and 2 today, the outside's been the preferred lane. Evans gets a nice run off the corner, but Thompson fighting to stay to the inside. Spurgeon clears in 3rd from Jericho, but Thompson still to the inside of Evans in the battle for the lead. Well, Evans got those 5 bonus points for the most laps led, but those will be the last laps he leads, because right here Keegan Thompson will lead that lap in the 5 car. And Evans could lose 2nd if he's not careful. He might be able to get the run off turn number 2 right here and get back in line. But if he gets back to the outside of the 5, I think the 20 gets that spot. Yeah, Spurgeon did a really good job right there. Thompson finally clears the 31. Look at Jericho get put to the outside by teammate Mathis Wells in the battle for 4th. Wells fighting on Jericho, who's trying to get the run off the top and get down in line, trying to pass that 31. And Spurgeon will move to 2nd place off the 31. Jericho will get down in line, down beneath the 31. And Thompson pulls away in the 5. The battle for 3rd between Evans and Jericho. Jericho on the inside, Evans on the outside. And pit stops looming ahead for the race leaders. Oh, look at this, as they're all starting to get kind of caught up now. Look as they go up the racetrack, almost 3 wide off turn number 4. They will be 3 wide. Gary and Kukulan come together with Caden Lynn to the inside. That's 3 wide to turn 1 for 6th. And Caden Lynn will get a 2-for-1 deal, it looks like, on the inside. They're still 3 wide as they race off 2. Down the backstretch, I mean, how long can you stay 3 wide at a 1-mile racetrack? We're going to find out. Gary wants to back off. Zidell, his teammate, looks to his inside. Zidell looks to shoot the middle. Kukulan trying to keep that 6th spot, and so far doing a nice job at it, but Caden Lynn fights back to the inside. And Evans and all that falls back to 4th. Should be able to get in line in front of Mathis Wells. The battle for 6 still going on between Kukulan on the outside and Lynn on the inside. Zidell on teammate Tim Gary for 8th. Pit stops coming up for the leaders. It looks like Thompson and Spurgeon will hit pit road. Yeah, they'll be the first 2 in. They don't want an undercut attempt, but Jericho stays out along some others. We had some more coming a lap earlier as well. Barto comes in for an undercut. That was smart because the 26 stayed out, so why not come in? As Jericho will lead this race, Keegan Thompson leads the field into pit road, though. Oh, Oh, he's got the, he hit the 4. Look at the damage to the front end of the 5 car. He hit Yepez on pit road. Will they have to repair that damage? Will they send him back out there with that damage? This could be a major turning point in this race. Thompson had the lead entering pit road. He might not have it after pit road, though. Looks like Kukulon stayed out for another lap. Jericho came in, but they have to repair the damage on the 5 car. Look at them beating the hood down. Barto might beat him on pit road. It's going to be so close between the two. Thompson still beats the 3 off. Look at Evans. He had a slow pit stop. The 5 beats him off. Evans a slow stop. The first car off pit road is now Riley Spurley, who Wells on this back bumper. Has a better run off pit road. Oh, he's right there. Does he give him a bump? With these fresh tires as well, this could be the point where you can make stuff work. Spurgeon trying to come around with the lead. How bad is the difference on the 5 car at this moment? Kukulon still has the lead in the 17. He's dead on another lap. He should be in this time. Where did the 18, the others, cycle out? And where's Jericho and them? There he is. Did Jericho just leap with an overcut? Oh, my. So there was a lot of congestion on pit road that we saw that last lap. The first lap that the leaders came in. I have to wonder if that congestion maybe allows the 18 to get to this lead right here. Kukulon a little bit longer on pit road. As Jericho, right there, will inherit the lead off of now Caden Lynn. Lynn is up to 2nd. Spurgeon now 3rd. Wells is 4th. You have Gary in 5th. 6th is now Keegan Thompson. Matthew Burnett is 7th. Lawrence up to 8th. Evans is now 9th in the battle for 10th. Eli Bright getting by the 3 of Trey Barto, bringing Jay Randall in the 22 with him. Yeah, so for Barto, he still couldn't find a way around this 26. Jericho leads by 1.37 seconds off Caden Lynn. So the overcut works out for the 18 instead of an undercut. You'd think the undercut would be the way to go, but it looks like today it was the overcut. Randall moves up to 10th by Eli Bright. Barto's down to 12th. Thompson just in front of him is currently in 6th. Looks like they did a pretty good job repairing the damage on the front end of that 5 car. Looks like he's pretty good up to pace. Obviously, this isn't a track where you're going to need, a perfect car, but Caden Lynn lose 2nd to Spurgeon, who will lose 3rd to Wells. Lynn will fall in line in 4th in front of Tip Gary, who's 5th. They have a nice gap back to 6th, 7th, 8th as they get clear of Nolan Lawrence. Lawrence now in 9th, Randall in 10th, Barto to 11th. He gets by the 8th of Eli Bright. Bright currently in 12th. Colin is 13th. Luke Rennie now 14th. Up to 15th for Logan Williams. Good run for him. Nathan Baird inside the top 20. Zidell's slow pit stop. He's down to now 19th. He's down 18th. Nathan Baird is currently 19th. Yeah, good run for some of these smaller teams as well. Barto trying to get by the lap car van. Hernandez. T looking to use the lap cars as a pick. In fact, it would be the 8th teammate he'd be using as a pick against the 8 car. Battle for 12th right here. Teague will move through to 12th because of that one of Hernandez on the outside and using a teammate as a pick. Thompson, there might actually be some more damage on that 5 car than what they could have fixed because now Burnett's up to 6th and Evans looks to get to 7th. So Thompson down in 8th. Look at Evans. That fast race car. Slow pit stop, and now he's back here in this battle. Just flew by Matthew Burnett for 6th. And right here, Lawrence looks to get by Keegan Thompson. Really big for Trey Barto to get cars in between he and the 5 car. This could be, after what has happened today, it looks like it's going to be a really good game for Keegan Thompson. This could be a game for Trey Barto. Is there smoke? Was there a wreck? Yes, a yellow will come out. It's Jordan Edwards. This will change everything. Jericho with the lead, but it's going to be a late race restart. The battle for 4th. Lynn will keep it. Lawrence gets by Thompson. Barto couldn't get by Rando, though, so now Thompson will be 9th. Barto will be 11th for the restart. We'll come with about 10 laps to go. Can you say drama at the highest order? Well, Jericho's lead is a race. Luckily for me, he has a lap car in between he and 2nd place, Spurley Tube. That's Jamie Stimmer Jr. in between the 18 and the 28, but oh boy, this could get good. I have to wonder if Stanworth, if he wants to stay there, if he wants to get out of this madness. Looks like so far he's going to stay there, but how about the 5 of Thompson now? What if the damage is bad enough in that 5 to where he just continues to fade back, and now the whole field is on your back basically? So let's see how this goes for the 5 and the 3. Championship contenders will be right near each other in the restart. So an accident down the backstretch brings out the yellow flag here late in the going at Phoenix. Let's go see what happened to Jordan Edwards in the 97. Is payback possibly the right word to use for this? Jacob Boyd, remember, he was the one that hit the 97 of Edwards early on. Oh, no, it looks like Edwards breaks or something. I don't... Yeah, so I don't know if the car broke or if he hit the brakes himself, but it was not Boyd. It wasn't Boyd running into the back of the 97. It was Edwards basically breaking into the front of the 21. I don't know if something happened to the 97 or if he did that on purpose. We'll have to see again if we can see anything in real time. Just remember that these two were involved in the first yellow. It was Boyd running into the door of the 97 of Edwards. And obviously Edwards probably lost on spots to repair damage on pit road. I don't necessarily know if he was mad about what the 21 did under the first yellow and brake checked him there if there was something wrong in the car, but it looks like it's going well now. So was it possible some tempers between Jordan Edwards and Jacob Boyd in that one to cause the yellow, which will shake up the running order and shake up the ending of this race. Jericho had a nice gap, but now it's erased. He has Spurgeon breathing down his neck for the restart, which will come about 10 laps to go here at the Checker Auto Parts 500K. Lights are out atop the pace car. 12 laps to go when we get the green flag here in the Checker Auto Parts 500K. Chris Jericho leads after a great pit stop from his pit crew. Can he hold it now on the restart? Edwards has fallen a lap down along with Anthony Hernandez and Jamie Stammer Jr. Big break for Baby Rose, who came down pit road now, gets his lap back, and is back on the lead lap and in contention for some more spots. 38 cars on the lead lap, 41 still running, as it's Chris Jericho leading the way in the 18. He has a lap crunch when he heats second place, Riley Spurgeon. They have Mathis Wells in third, Caden Lynn in fourth, Tim Gary is up to fifth. Evans, who was really flying before the yellow, up to sixth. Burnett is now seventh. Lawrence is eighth. Keegan Thompson with some damage in ninth. How bad will it be? And Rando in 10th. Barto in 11th. Trying to get by that 5 in any way possible. 12 to go at Phoenix. Jericho on the gas. Gets a nice restart. Gets away from the cars behind. Stammer did not go at all in the 71. Spurgeon going to look to the inside as quickly as possible. Mathis Wells also there trying to make a JGR 1-2. Lynn gets pushed to the outside, the 42. Thompson on the back bumper of Lawrence. So far got to speed pretty well. Lynn will fall back outside the top 5. Front 3 get clear of the lap car. Jamie Stammer Jr. Oh, Lynn almost contact with Matthew Burnett right there. Racing to turn 1. Now Spurgeon sees the 18 in front looking for his first ever win. The 28 is. How aggressive will he be? Battle right here. This is for 6th. Caden Lynn versus Matthew Burnett. The battle for third also going on. Mathis Wells has it. Who wants it but Tim Gary? There's Thompson doing a nice job so far, staying with everyone. Look at the shuck up and the madness happening around him, though. There's a lot going on. Rando goes up the racetrack. Barto might have a shot here for 10th. He needs to get by this 22 because then he can try and get the 42 as well. Because Caden Lynn's still stuck on the outside. Not a good restart. Remember, restart 4th. He's down now and about to just keep the top 10. Rando able to keep it off of Barto for now as Lynn goes up the track, and now Thompson is by the 42. Rando also trying to get by the 42. Capturing the front 2 stayed constant, just over 0.3 of a second. Rando to 9th. Barto looks for 10th. Keegan Thompson currently up in 8th. Remember, has 5 bonus points for leading laps in this race. Doing a really good job. So obviously, maybe it was just the tires weren't getting up to temperature or something. He was struggling there, but so far he's doing a really good job holding his position on this restart. Arnold's gone by the 42, moved his way up inside the top 10. Back up towards the front. The battle for 4th is on. Evans really flying since the restart. Looks to the inside of Tim Gary for that 4th spot. Evans might be a little mad that he lost ground on pit road and showing it was a bad pit stop for the pit crew, and he's taking his aggression out on the racetrack. Might be beating those tires. But up to 4th place for the 31. Top 3 still in his sights. Speaking of in his sights, Riley Spurgeon has Chris Jericho in his sights. 1/4 of a second separates the front 2 with just over 5 laps to go in Phoenix. Keegan Thompson's done a really nice job just holding position in 8th place. Barto has to fend by Jay Rando to get up to the number 5. Logan Williams up to 11th for Brett Bodine racing, 3 wide behind them. Caden Lynn still struggling on the restart. Luke Rennie to the middle, Eli Bright to the bottom. Here's Lynn's teammate Aronson Reed up to the inside. They battle off the corners, some contact between teammates, but they're able to sort it out down the front stretch. 6 laps to go. Yeah, this is a mess just outside the top 10. Mess and a half, I would say. Thompson now looking to the outside of Lawrence. Oh, he messed up 3 and 4. Randall's a shot to the inside, and does possibly Barto then. If he stays on the outside, he has to try and get clear because the 71 will hold that 5 up. Oh, Thompson's fading back. 5 laps to go in Phoenix. Can Thompson get down? He can't. Barto trying to get by him to try and gain points on the 5 today. Oh, he got a great quarter for Barto. Battle for 9th, Barto takes it. Now trying to get by Jay Randall for 8th. And trying to bring Logan Williams with them. Meanwhile, to the front, Evans will move his way to 3rd. 4 to go. I think he's going to run out of time to get to the front 2, though. Evans up to P3. There's the front 2, 4 to go. Just under 2 tenths between them. Barto clears Keegan Thompson for 9th. Logan Williams gets the 10th for Brett Bodine Racing. Some really good runs for some smaller teams currently up inside the top 10. Thompson will lose a spot to teammate Zidella as well. Zidella's going to land in line. So now Barto is gaining points, though. Kinsburg to gain on Jericho enough. 3 to go at the line. Evans is a good ways back, and unless something happens to the front 2, he won't catch them. 3 to go. The gap now 2 tenths. Jericho opened up just a little bit. There's too much happening here at the end of the race to focus on just one thing. Barto's trying to get a spot from Randall, also trying not to lose a spot to Logan Williams. And Thompson might lose a spot to Zidell right here. Zidell looks to his inside. Oh, look at Williams shoving Barto up. Right there, that could be a really big pass as well. Barto wants every spot between he and the 5 cars he can get. Thompson almost got the wall back there. 2 to go. 2 miles left. Now Teague fights to the inside of the 5. Meanwhile, Barto's going to lose 9 to Logan Williams, who have seen a smaller team like this impacting the championship. Barto's trying to keep it, though. He's fighting all he can. Go back up to the front, though. This is about for the win of the Trekker Auto Parts 500K. Chris Jericho versus Riley's Pro Tube. Off of 4, the white flag, and one last time around Phoenix. Jericho solidly into turn 1 with the lead. Spurley Tube in 2nd, trying any way to get closer to him. Down the back. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Spurley Tube might try and send it in deep, but can't get close enough. Off of 4. Chris Jericho, without from his pit crew, gets out front late and will win the Trekker Auto Parts 500K at Phoenix. Where do Barto and Thompson end up? Barto behind Zidell and Teague. Thompson just a few spots behind him. And the championship might be a little bit closer, but not too much closer. Entering the final 2 races of the season. But it's Chris Jericho winning once again in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Remember, he just got a win a few races ago at Talladega. And it's shown again that that 18 car still has speed, as Jericho claims another victory on the season for Joe Gibbs Racing. What a great season he's been having in that number 18 car. You see Barto may take one last lap around the Phoenix International Raceway. It's his final time here. 3-time winner at Phoenix. I think he deserves that extra lap around this racetrack. Well, let's go look at the finish results. Obviously, Chris Jericho holding off Riley Sprinter to the end. Jericho ends up winning this race here in Phoenix. Spruce, who ends up in 2nd. Evans with a gutsy drive through the field at the end gets up to 3rd. Matthews Wells ends up in 4th. And Tim Gary, for his first start in NASCAR Winston Cup Series, ends up in 5th. Matthew Burnett gets a 6th place. How about Noah Lawrence for Hoscar Motorsports getting 7th place? Jay Randall gets up to 8th. Logan Williams gets up to 9th for Brett Bodine Racing. And Justin Zidell, gutsy drive to get back up to 10th in the 24 car. Colin Teague passes Trey Barto just at the end to get 11th. Barto ends up in 12th, just 2 spots in front of Keegan Thompson, who got 14th. So Barto 2 spots ahead of Thompson, but Thompson led a lap that Barto did not in this race. So the gap between the two slightly down, but not too far down. So for Keegan Thompson, mission accomplished. It looked like he was going to be gaining a lot of points on Barto. He still minimized the points lost. Some other good runs here. Street Jack Haas were nowhere throughout the race. They finished top 20. Lord Chung Evan Hunter get a top 20 as well. Kuklon faded back to 18th there at the end. Kata Lynn faded back to 21st at the end of the race. Luca Iger 23rd. Jacob Webster spinning in the first yellow and spinning the 97 in the second yellow. 24th for him. Nathan Baird currently in finishes in 25th. See Walker Davis, Jose Mills finishing decent. Yepez falls to finish in 28th. Disappointing run for him for sure. Richard Collins 29th, not what he wanted as well. Keyshawn Richardson field inspection couldn't get up much farther than 33rd. Strickland, same story in 34th. Higuita was actually the highest of the cars in the field inspection in 31st. Stanwart Jr. Edwards one lap down low with Anthony Hernandez. Mitch Corbett out of the race in the 66, the only retiree here at Phoenix. As we look at the points entering the final 2 races of the season, it's definitely going to be interesting because Barto's still within range of Keegan Thompson. If Keegan has some bad runs, who knows if Barto could try and close in, and who knows what could happen in the final 2 races as well. So it's been an incredible 28 races so far, and race number 29 could be just as good as we go short track racing as we'll head to North Wilkesboro for the running of the Tyson Holly Farms 400. The penultimate race of the NASCAR Winston Cup Series season should be a good one as the championship fight heats up entering the final 2 races of the season. Congratulations once again to Chris Jericho and the 18 team on winning here today at Phoenix. Definitely a team victory as Jericho drove the wheels off after the restart, but the pit crew did their job getting the race lead under the green flag pit stops. We'll see you guys next week for the race